Last weekend at homecoming, we honored a bunch of great people with our Alumni Hall of Fame, Athletic Hall of Fame, and special awards presentations. Let's meet all of those folks.
Raina Beluha was a dominant pitcher and hitter for MGCCC's 2013 softball team. During her sophomore season, Beluha was named the MACJC Softball Pitcher of the Week for April 14th through the 20th, following an impressive performance that included a 3-1 record and 20 strikeouts. Her overall season statistics were equally remarkable, showcasing a 15-4 record, a 2.26 earned run average, and 123 strikeouts, placing her among the top 20 in NJCAA Division II. But Beluha's talent extended beyond the pitcher circle. She excelled at the plate, boasting a .357 batting average with 7 home runs and 28 runs batted in. Her all-around contributions were pivotal in helping the Lady Bulldogs achieve a number 8 national ranking and secure their second MACJC South Division title in just 3 years. Beluha's outstanding year culminated in her being named a 2013 NJCAA Second Team All-American. She finished the season with 156 strikeouts and a 2.51 ERA, ranking in the top 25 nationally for strikeouts. Her offensive skills also shone through, as she recorded a .353 batting average with 7 home runs and 35 RBIs by season's end. A native of Tampa, Florida, Beluha transferred to MGCCC from Florida International University, bringing with her a strong high school track record. At Jefferson High School, she earned all Hillsborough County honors, recording a stellar 1.02 ERA in her senior year. Off the field, she was a National Honor Society member, graduating with an impressive 4.0 GPA. Raina Beluha's legacy is one of excellence, both academically and athletically, inspiring future generations of athletes. Robert Bobby Boggs, a standout pitcher for the Mississippi Gulf Coast Junior College Bulldogs, made his mark in college baseball with exceptional performances during the 1965 and 1966 seasons. In 1965, the Bulldogs secured the South Division Championship but fell short of the state title against East Mississippi. The 1966 season saw the Bulldogs secure the state championship, largely thanks to Boggs' brilliant pitching. That year, the Bulldogs quickly made an impact. One of the most unforgettable moments came when Boggs pitched all 17 innings in a grueling 4.5-hour game against William Carey, leading the Bulldogs to a hard-fought 5-4 victory. Another defining moment was on May 22, 1966, during the state championship rematch against East Mississippi. In a tense game, Boggs laid down a critical sacrifice bunt, contributing to the only run scored. He dominated on the mound, giving up just 3 hits and securing a 1-0 shutout victory. Boggs was named Most Valuable Player, marking a significant achievement as the Bulldogs celebrated their first state baseball championship under Coach Ferris. Bobby Boggs' legacy at MGCJC is one of perseverance, skill, and leadership, etched in the college's athletic history. Tremaine Brock, a standout defensive back from Long Beach High School, began his path to success at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. A key player in the Gulf Coast Bulldogs' 2007 National Championship team, Brock's impact on the field was undeniable. Starting as a safety in 2006, Brock quickly showed his game-changing potential. During a 37-13 victory over Hines, an interception of his was overturned by a penalty, but it was clear he was a force to be reckoned with. As a sophomore in 2007, Brock truly hit his stride. In a 30-14 win over Holmes, he returned an interception 60 yards for a touchdown, electrifying the crowd. The very next week, he grabbed 2 more interceptions in a 34-7 victory over Northeast Mississippi. One of Brock's defining moments came in a thrilling 24-17 win over #1 Pearl River, where he contributed contributed to one of the team's 4 interceptions. His clutch play continued as he deflected a crucial 4th down pass to secure a 27-20 victory over Northwest Mississippi, helping the Bulldogs maintain their undefeated record. Brock finished the season with 7 interceptions, earning all MACJC South First Team, all NJCAA Region 23, and NJCAA All-American First Team honors. After Gulf Coast, Brock played at the University of Minnesota and Belhaven University before embarking on a 12-season NFL career. He suited up for teams like the San Francisco 49ers, Minnesota Vikings, and Tennessee Titans, showcasing his determination and resilience. Tremaine Brock's journey from Gulf Coast to the NFL is a remarkable story of talent, grit, and perseverance. Courtney Fairley made a lasting impact on Gulf Coast athletics, excelling in both softball and soccer during the 2010 and 2011 seasons. As a freshman outfielder on the softball team, Fairley quickly became a key player, batting .402 with 12 doubles and helping the Bulldogs finish 5th in the nation. Her versatility shone as she transitioned to shortstop in her sophomore year, where she continued to make an impact. Fairley's talent was on full display in several games, including a March 27th sweep of Copiah Lincoln, where she delivered a 2-run triple and threw out 3 runners. In her sophomore year, she hit for the cycle in an 11-1 win over Pearl River, driving in 5 runs and helping Gulf Coast clinch the MACJC South title, their first in 3 years. Fairley's defensive skills earned her the Bulldogs' Best Defensive Player Award, along with a spot on the All-Region 23 team. In addition to her softball success, Fairley was a standout on the Gulf Coast women's soccer team, earning all MACJC honors twice and being named Team MVP both years. After Gulf Coast, Fairley continued her softball career at Belhaven University, where she led the team in hitting and earned multiple conference honors. Transitioning to coaching, she served as a graduate assistant before being promoted to assistant coach, helping guide the Blazers to an NCCAA World Series appearance and an NCAA Division III tournament berth in 2024. Courtney Fairley's leadership, athleticism, and dedication have made her a standout player and coach, with a legacy that continues to inspire. Jordan Hall's time at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College stands out as one of the most impactful in the soccer program's history. Over 2 seasons, Hall scored an impressive 57 goals, leading the Bulldogs to an undefeated record in MACCC South play. From his very first game, where he found the net in a 2-0 win over Itawamba, Hall demonstrated his talent for scoring. His freshman season in 2016 was especially memorable, as he recorded 4 consecutive hat tricks, earning MACJC Player of the Week honors 3 times. Hall finished the year with 28 goals, ranking 2nd in the nation, and was named an NJCAA All-American Honorable Mention. He followed this with an equally strong sophomore season, scoring 29 more goals, receiving NJCAA First Team All-American recognition, and collecting 4 additional MACCC Player of the Week awards. Hall's excellence extended beyond the field, as he earned spots on the academic All-MACCC and NJCAA All-Academic teams both years. After MGCCC, Hall continued to shine at Rutgers University, leading the Big Ten with 14 goals in his junior year and earning first team All Big Ten honors. He then transferred to the University of Connecticut, where a knee injury shortened a promising senior season, but not before he scored 9 goals in the first 9 games. Today, Hall shares his love for soccer by coaching youth players, passing on the skills and knowledge that defined his career at Gulf Coast. Jessica Hotard made a significant impact during her one season with Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College's soccer team, leading the Bulldogs to an outstanding campaign in 2001 and earning NJCAA All-American honors. A transfer from William Carey and a standout from Fontainebleau High School in Mandeville, Louisiana, Hotard quickly became a key player for Gulf Coast. Her remarkable performances began early, scoring a goal in a 4-2 victory over Copiah Lincoln, marking the team's 7th straight win. She followed up with another goal in a 4-1 triumph over rival Pearl River. Hotard's contributions were crucial in clinching the MACJC South Championship with a dominant 5-0 victory over Copiah Lincoln, where she scored twice. The Bulldogs finished division play with a perfect 6-0 record, securing the school's second South title. In the MACJC/NJCAA Region 23 tournament, Hotard's form continued as she scored in a 3-0 semifinal win over East Mississippi. Although Gulf Coast fell 2-1 in overtime to Hines in the championship game, Hotard's contributions were undeniable. The Bulldogs finished with a 13-2 record, outscoring opponents 64-13 during a 13-game winning streak. Hotard ended the season with 13 goals, earning the team's Most Valuable Player award. She was also named to the All-MACJC and All-NJCAA Region 23 teams, becoming the first player in Gulf Coast history to earn NJCAA All-American honors. Gregory "Greg" Jenkins, a former standout football player at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, was honored with induction into the Mississippi Bowl Hall of Fame on December 6, 2015. His journey from walk-on player to star athlete is a testament to determination, perseverance, and remarkable talent. A native of Dade City, Florida, Jenkins arrived at MGCCC as a preferred walk-on, eager to prove himself. During his first year at MGCCC, he earned the title of Offensive MVP in the inaugural Mississippi Bowl. In that game, Jenkins led Gulf Coast to a commanding 41-7 victory over Georgia Military College in 2008, solidifying his legacy in Bulldog history. In the 2008 and 2009 seasons, Jenkins threw for nearly 3,500 yards and an impressive 37 touchdowns. His leadership and playmaking ability guided the Bulldogs to a state championship in 2008, marking a significant chapter in the college's athletic history. After MGCCC, Jenkins continued his career at Alabama State. He completed nearly 60% of his passes, throwing for 3,166 yards and 20 touchdowns, while also rushing for 837 yards and 15 touchdowns, showcasing his versatility as a dual-threat quarterback. Jenkins' talent led him to the NFL as a free agent signee with the Oakland Raiders in 2013. Jenkins' legacy as one of the top players in MGCCC football history continues to inspire future generations of Bulldogs. Jerry Douglas Love Sr., a native of Perkinston, Mississippi, made a lasting impact on the football field during his time at Perkinston Junior College from 1961 to 1963. As a powerful fullback, Jerry was a driving force behind the team's success, particularly in his sophomore year, when Perk secured second place in the Mississippi Junior College Conference. His hard work paid off as he finished second in rushing and scoring and earned an honorable mention on the All-State team. Beyond college, Jerry went on to play semi-pro football for the Mobile Buccaneers, continuing to showcase the skills he developed at Perk. Football wasn't his only connection to the campus, though. As the son of Cecil Lewis Reeves, the longtime superintendent of buildings and grounds at the Perkinston campus, Jerry had deep ties to the college community. His love for MGCCC lives on today, as Jerry often shares fond memories of his time both on and off the field with his family. That legacy continues through his daughter, Theresa Williams, the alumni and events coordinator, and his granddaughter, Brittany Holly, the Bulldogs cheer coach. Jerry's dedication to Perk, both as a player and as a part of the campus family, is a cherished chapter in the history of the college and the hearts of those who know him. Jason Maravich made an incredible impact on Gulf Coast basketball during his standout 1999-2000 season. The 6'4" guard from Covington, Louisiana, transferred to Gulf Coast after a walk-on season at Alabama and quickly became one of the nation's top scorers. Averaging an impressive 26.3 points per game, Maravich finished third in the country in scoring and earned NJCAA All-American honors. His sharp shooting, including 44% from beyond the arc and 88% from the free throw line, helped lead the Bulldogs to a 19-8 record and a spot in the NJCAA Region 23 championship game. Maravich delivered multiple memorable performances. He scored 31 points, including 13 of 16 free throws, in a 110-94 win at East Central. In a tough game against Pearl River, he nailed 5 three-pointers and tallied 33 points. One of his most outstanding games came against Jones, where he made all 11 free throws and put up 43 points to secure a thrilling 93-89 victory. In Gulf Coast Region 23 tournament run, Maravich was key. He led a comeback victory over Northwest Mississippi with 16 of his 22 points in the quarterfinals and scored 18 in the semifinal win over Meridian. Despite a loss in the championship game, Maravich's 34-point effort earned him all Region 23 tournament team honors. After Gulf Coast, Maravich transferred to William Carey, where he continued his stellar play, averaging 20.4 points and becoming a two-time NAIA All-American. Moving back to Covington, Maravich passes on his knowledge, teaching youth basketball and inspiring the next generation. Carter Nicholson, a standout golfer from Career, Mississippi, made a lasting contribution to Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College's golf program during his 2 years with the Bulldogs. A graduate of Pearl River Central High School, Nicholson was a key member of the 2018 NJCAA Division II National Championship team, earning NJCAA All-American third team honors alongside 2 of his teammates. In the 2018-2019 season, Nicholson helped guide MGCCC to a third-place finish at the NJCAA Division II Championship, marking the 7th consecutive year the Bulldogs finished in the top 4 nationally. His consistent play was evident throughout the season, with standout performances such as his 3-under par finish at the MACJC Event No. 2 in Amory, securing a top 3 spot. After MGCCC, Nicholson continued his success at Loyola University, New Orleans, where he earned NAIA All-American third team honors during the 2020-2021 season. He posted several top 5 finishes, including a first-place win at the Cary Collegiate Classic with rounds of 68 and 71. Now, an assistant golf coach at Loyola, Nicholson balances his passion for the sport with his love for cooking, fishing, and spending time at the beach. Inspired by his father and Coach Tommy Snell, Nicholson's journey of hard work and dedication continues to shape his life and career. Presley Owens, a multi-talented athlete from Van Cleve High School, left a legacy at Gulf Coast with her leadership and athleticism. In high school, Owens excelled in basketball, volleyball, and softball, guiding her teams to 2 South State semifinals in basketball and volleyball, and leading her softball team to back-to-back division titles. At Gulf Coast, Owens made an immediate impact, averaging 5.4 points and 4.3 rebounds as a freshman. But it was her sophomore season where she truly shined. Averaging 12.5 points and 8.6 rebounds per game, Owens helped lead the Bulldogs to an impressive 18-7 record and a spot in the region semifinals. Her season was highlighted by standout performances, including a 22-point, 12-rebound effort and a 74-66 victory over East Central. Owens recorded 10 double-doubles, including a 14-point, 16-rebound game and a 68-60 win over Northeast Mississippi. Her remarkable play earned her NJCAA All-American Honorable Mention recognition, along with spots on the All-Region 23 and All-MACJC teams. After Gulf Coast, Owens continued her basketball career at Northwestern State in Louisiana, where she became a starter and helped lead her team to the NCAA tournament. As a senior, she anchored the defense with 34 blocked shots, and her team captured back-to-back Southland Conference tournament championships. Presley Owens' journey from Gulf Coast to the NCAA tournament is a testament to her talent, leadership, and determination. Sheila Picard-White's journey at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College was marked by achievements and leadership, laying the groundwork for a lifetime of excellence. From 1975 to 1977, she was an active and engaged student, making a significant impact both academically and through her extracurricular involvement. During her time at MGCCC, White shined as both a football and basketball cheerleader, demonstrating her spirit and dedication. Academically, she excelled as a President's List scholar, graduating with high honors. Her leadership qualities were evident as she served as secretary of both the Student Council and Phi Theta Kappa, and she contributed to the Tri-Campus Council and the Honors Colloquium class. White's commitment to her fellow students extended to her role on the Harrison Hall Dormitory Council and the Student Food Services Committee. She was also an active participant in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and worked as a work-study student. Her dedication to MGCCC earned her a place in Who's Who in American junior colleges. After graduating, White continued her education at the University of Southern Mississippi, where she earned a bachelor's degree in business administration and a master's degree in adult education. She built a distinguished career at Southern Miss Gulf Park campus, serving for 37 years before retiring as the director of university communications. Beyond her professional achievements, White's passion for serving others is reflected in her volunteer efforts with the American Cancer Society, her role as a cheerleading coach, and her active involvement in Harrison County Schools, where she was honored as Parent of the Year in 1999. Sheila Picard-White's journey exemplifies the values of leadership, commitment, and service that continue to inspire those in her community.
The young people today don't have to leave Mississippi. They've got the technology to make them a better, more desirable candidate for the local industries that we partner with. So in 1981, I graduated high school, and I got my real estate license. And doing real estate in the 1980s, it was tough, high interest rates and things of that nature. So I decided to join the military. Went into the Navy, and but I didn't want anything gray that floated around on the top of the water. So I said, hey, give me some kind of other option. So the guy told me, he says, yeah, the recruiter told me, he was like, yeah, we've got something just for you. They call them the Navy Seabees. And so I got stationed in Gulfport, Mississippi. So there were signs all over the place, Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. And then I applied for a very competitive program called the Enlisted Education Advancement Program. I went to school for 2 years while serving on active duty. And since I wanted to pursue an engineering curriculum, I had to take every single math class that was offered at the college at that time. MGCCC laid the foundation for me to pursue my bachelor's degree. And I was in the military for 20 years, from 1988 to 2008. I was in Washington, D.C. during September 11th. After that was Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom. So the call came again. I was active duty, and I came down and I served with Naval Mobile Construction Battalion 7. We deployed, we did great things. Hurricane Katrina hit. Hurricane Katrina hit, and what the Navy does is they stood up a command in Gulfport. So from 2006 to 2008, I was stationed here. Rebuilding basically the Gulf Coast, which was amazing because the partnerships that were forged during that time, everybody rolled up their sleeves and everybody pitched in. Yeah, I got out in 2008 and I tried my hand at school teaching. but I had another calling in Florida. So I moved to Florida, did wonderful things, traveled all over the world, literally all over the world, installing training systems. Again, relying on the foundation that I gained here, and now I'm supporting the space program. I've been so blessed. And so I'm currently a guardian, providing logistics support and infrastructure support and engineering support to our launch providers. So again, my basic education that I got here along the Gulf Coast propelled me to be able to be the leader that I am today. I never thought, nor did I ever set out to earn an award, right? It was just through the execution of my duties, whether it was military, whether it was in school, whether it was my civilian life, that I guess, it led me to this point.
I'm from Biloxi, born and raised in Biloxi. Went to Biloxi High School, so yeah, my roots run pretty deep on the coast. I chose to go to the PERC campus after a visit. I had applied to multiple schools and some four-year universities and colleges, but when I went to visit the Perkinston campus, I don't know, something clicked, something happened, and it felt like walking into like a warm hug. It just felt right. The decision was made before I even left. Like I said, I could have stayed on the coast, but I was 18. I wanted to get away. I was like, I don't want to be at home. I want to have the real experience, but just a little bit easier, not the full tilt 4-year experience at first. So when I went and visited, the decision kind of made itself. Currently, I work for WLOX. I was there a year ago. I was there for about 5 years. And I'm back now, and I'm a lifestyles show host. I'm a media executive. So my job is to get out into the community and talk to business owners, about ways we can make them more profitable and make them more successful in their space and throughout South Mississippi. And we do that through a host of different ways. But the news side, I'm an actor. So as a news anchor, I have to play a very important role. And that's how I viewed it. But in this capacity, I don't have to play a role. I can be myself. We can goof off. We can have a good time. We can do whatever it takes to get the point across, regardless of the business that I'm in. I just love that I'm able to help those individuals have, those positive impacts on their lives, and be able to smile and cut up while we're doing it. College, I think, did cement the path that I chose. Right out of college, I went on tour and performed. For about 15 years, I worked with Disney Creative Entertainment and Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. I did a couple of Broadway tours. And so being able to be away from home and figuring out how to adult, how to make ends meet, and how to still maintain a healthy balance in what your profession is and what your personal life is, I think really solidified while in my first 2 years out of my parents' home, because you don't have that. While I was on the coast and I was only a 45-minute maybe drive from home, I didn't want to have to rely on that. So diving in and trying to figure out how to make being an adult or working out my schedule, I think that was pivotal for me, especially getting right out of college and going on the road. And then I was traveling, 8 to 10 months out of the year. So being able to figure out that multitasking piece of it really was a huge part of it. And that began while I was at PERC.
I was only in my early 20s when I started at MGCCC, but by the time I went to law school, I was almost 40. So in between going to the junior college campus, I learned that I wasn't a dumb person. I didn't have to be shy. I had some reason to have some self-esteem, and it was the small classes and the professors and the staff at MGCCC that taught me that everybody has something to offer, and once you find your place, that you can excel. So I went from a very shy young mother to a competent young woman that left MGCCC to go on to USM and then eventually to Ole Miss Law School. while I was going to school for that long period of time, I was president of PTO for both an elementary school and then on to the junior high. I was very active in my church and in my community, but I wasn't active on campus. We lived in Pascagoula and the campus was in Gaucher, and I had a rule at my house where we had supper at the table every night. So nighttime was spent helping kids with their homework, talking about their day, and making sure that everything went good for them. When I received the call from Miss Graham, Mary Graham, to say that I had been selected to be in the Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College Hall of Fame, I was like, who, me? She said, yes, Sharon, you. And I was shocked. I was thinking, what did I do? So it has made me feel like I'm being recognized for things that I did that have made a difference. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a stepmother, and I'm Nana to a whole bunch of kids, even those that aren't mine. And I've always been proud of those things. But to know that the community feels like I've done something that they can be proud of me for has made me very happy. It's been an honor. It's been a great honor that people from that long ago would remember me and remember the things that I've done with my life and the tools that Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College gave me, because it was there that I became who I am today.
I have a very long history with the college. I started in 1981 to work with career counseling. It was a government grant for those summer months when I was not on the college payroll for the grant. The Jefferson Davis campus, now Harrison County, made arrangements for me to work as a teacher, and I taught with the vocational department to help them with their reading and their English and math skills. I was then brought on full-time with the college and served as a academic counselor. In 1989, I became director of admissions. In 2002, I became the assistant dean for the military bases, and then in 2007, I came back to the campus and was the assistant dean with the night program, the evening classes. So I retired in 2015. 34 wonderful years. I am truly humbled to be identified as someone to receive the Sam Owen Award. It's one of those prestigious awards that goes to people who have given much back to the college, and I, am thankful to be able to do that, and surprised that, to receive this recognition. With the foundation, I started a scholarship back in 2015. I had the opportunity to be invited by some of our church members to a session on our population that's immigrated into the United States. There were DACA students. There were children that were brought in with their parents, and they had gone through the school system, but now they were graduating from high school, and this one mother was just very hopeful that she could help her daughter, who graduated with honors, get funding to go to college, but she's not eligible for any kind of federal grant because they're not U.S. citizens. And it touched my heart because my parents could not help us, their 6 children, with any kind of funding to go to college. We had to get scholarships and loans and so forth. And so I thought, I could help this young woman out. And when I did the first year, I thought, well, I could do this again. We've had 8 students so far, 6 have graduated. My most recent graduate graduated with Phi Theta Kappa honors, and he has a Phi Theta Kappa scholarship to attend at USM. So we have some scholars there.
I love sports. I always have since I was a little kid. And I get paid to go to games. People think it's a, just a cushy job. You get to go watch games. There's a lot of work involved. Sports information director means that I'm in charge of kind of the public face of the department. I'd write press releases and send them out to the media members. I'd put those on the website, help coordinate photography and videography and streaming for the school. I run social media. We coordinate with the local media, national media. I work with a bunch of great people. My bosses are great. All the coaches are great. And it just makes it easier to come to work when you know you're going to have, a good work environment. And, we work hard, but we get to play hard together, experiencing all the ups and downs. One of the things that I learned after I came here was that my job plays a big role in getting student athletes in, the recruitment. On the backside of it, I think my most important job is to document what's going on. I don't think there's ever been a period at Gulf Coast that's better documented than since, I started working there with the releases and all that. That's my job, is to make sure that people in the future know what happened, at Gulf Coast. And I think we'll be better off at that going forward. In the athletic department, I always joke that I never know when spring break is, when fall break is. I know when Christmas comes up, but we never get those weeks off really in the athletic world. I'll come in a little later. I'll wear shorts to work more often, put on a pair of jeans, but we've always got stuff going on. So Carla puts up with a lot. I miss birthdays, I miss anniversaries, and she doesn't get on me about any of that kind of stuff. I think secretly she enjoys me being away sometimes. It probably has helped our marriage, for me not being around making a mess in her house, but I wouldn't be able to do it without her and her support and all the love that we have for each other. It's a big honor. The school means a lot to me, even though I didn't go here. My mom went to school at Perk. My grandmother went to school at Perk. I have a great uncle who was a manager on a boxing team at Perk back in the early days of the school. So I've got a lot of connections to the school, and it's meant a lot to me, and I really love working there at Gulf Coast.